Hello friends, welcome back. Today I'm back with ears on, shocking, because I'm going to do a little tag that I'm very excited to do because a bunch of the people in this program started doing it, so now I'm hopping on the bandwagon. Sorry, not sorry. So, as I've mentioned multiple times, this summer I am moving. As of the day I'm filming this, my move-in day is officially in 2 months that I'll be moving into my dorm. Very excited. I thought I would just give you a little bit more information about like me and stuff like that by doing a little tag. This is going to be the... I accidentally just opened a Honda ad. Oops. So today I'm going to be doing the DCP / ICP tag. DCP is the Disney College Program. ICP is the International College Program. Technically I'm doing like the Cultural Exchange Program, but they're all pretty much the same thing. So pretty much this is 10 questions about the program, things that I might have already answered, but I'm going to try and make it as fun, as interesting, and new as I can. But if you are finding this video because you're looking for people doing the program, stuff like that, hello, welcome. My name's Lauren. Or if you already know me and you hate Disney content, I am so sorry again. But as always, feel free to leave other suggestions down below because I'll happily do other things if you tell me to do them, okay? So question number 1 is, how did you hear about the program? I actually saw on Instagram on my Explore page, there was someone's like little name badge with their name and their location. Their location was New Westminster, which is pretty close to me. And then when I looked on her page, she went to SFU, so I commented being like, oh, what program are you doing? I've never heard of this before. And she was like, oh, I'm doing the 3-month summer program. This was last summer. I was like, oh, okay, I've never heard of that. And I kind of just went on from there. I always knew the college program existed, but I think like Langara or Douglas, there's only a few schools that do it in Canada. So I always thought it wasn't anything that I could do. And luckily I found it before I graduated in my last year. So that's how I discovered it. Question number 2 is, how was your interview process? I'm actually going to have a whole video on this. When I put it up, I will link it up in the cards for you to click on. I go through all of the interview questions, getting there, everything like that. I also have a video up now of like my pre-interview kind of jitters, which I'll also link up in the cards for you guys. Pretty much for me, we applied September 25th. We heard back, I want to say December 14th or something like that. Then we had an interview. My interview was January 27th, I believe. And it was like super fast, just that day. And then we heard on February 19th. So that's kind of like the timeline for me. But like I said, I filmed way more in depth. So I'll have stuff like linked down below and up here if I can when I have the videos out, so you can look more into my experience with that. Number 3 is, where were you when you found out you got accepted? I actually also have a video on this. Like I said in the video, I woke up really early at like 4:30. I couldn't sleep. I put on Guardians of the Galaxy because that's what you do when you can't sleep. And then I ended up like half falling asleep. I looked at my phone, I had a bunch of Facebook messages from the group that I'm in. And then I checked, it was like 5:45-ish, 6-ish in the morning. So I was just sitting in bed. My bedroom's behind that wall, that's where I'm pointing. So I was just sitting in bed with Keisha, and then I called my mom, which I wish I'd filmed because it would have been so good because she did not see it coming at all, but that's where I was when I found out. Number 4 was, what is your role and what was your preferred roles? So my role is attractions, which can be a whole bunch of different things. We don't really know yet. We're gonna find out closer to the day when we get like our location and stuff like that. But I am attractions. At the interview, they told us what roles were available. They told us that there was only one character they were looking for, and it was like 6'1" because it was Goofy. They didn't want any character attendants. They'd already filled all those, and then there was no housekeeping, which is another one I looked at because I know people say it's the only job where you can get tips, so people like it. So I kind of had to shuffle things around. My number 1 was attraction, so I did get my number 1 role, so I'm happy about that. My number 2 was merch, which is because I've worked in retail for forever. And then my number 3 was Cedar, which is like a hostess at a restaurant, and I kind of just did that because I didn't want to do custodial, and I didn't want to do quick service food and beverage, and that was kind of the only other option. So so I ended up with my top 3, but I got my first choice, so I'm very happy with that. Number 5 is, how did you find your roommates and how many do you want? Pretty much right after the acceptances go out, they kind of like split up pages. So they had like a roommate survey page and like a May 7th, which is my move-in date page, and people kind of like posted a little survey there. I was waiting on this girl, Kailey from Toronto. She was one of like the second waves, like a week later, of acceptances. If you want to hear about her story, I'll link her down below, but I've been talking to her since like the fall about it. She was an alumni, so she was kind of like helping me through things. So I was waiting to hear from her. So I wasn't really looking at roommates because I was just like waiting to see what happened. But then right before she actually heard, I messaged this girl, Kate, who also does YouTube, so I'll link her down below. But Kate I'd met at the Vancouver interview, and I was like, we have a lot in common because cats and stuff. So I messaged Kate asking, and she had already linked up with 2 other girls. So I was talking to them, and they kind of like joined me into that group. And then when Kailey got in, we pulled Kailey in, and then another girl who was at the Vancouver interview that I had met that had talked to Kailey ended up joining in. So another 6 of us, and we're hoping we'll all be able to link up together. We don't really know because it seems like it's different every year. But as of right now, we are a group of 6, and we're looking for like a 3-bedroom, 2-person per room unit, probably Vista. Like I said, we kind of have to wait till the day of, but I kind of found one person who linked me to 2 other people, and then I pulled in people I was already talking to, so they're great. We're already talking about things we're gonna do. We already have dining reservations. They're all way more organized than me. I am very excited. All the girls I've talked about, like I said, I will have down below. I'm actually doing this video because 3 of the girls have already done it, so yeah. Number 6 is what you're gonna miss during the program. Honestly, I feel like I'm kind of in this like weird point of my life where like I totally need a change. Like I'm graduating, I've been at the same job for so many years. Like I just felt like I needed something different, and I already don't live near my family. They live in Kelowna and I'm in Vancouver. So the only thing that I'm really gonna miss is obviously Keisha. She's my little baby, my cat. I would go get her, but she's actually just sleeping, so that's all she does. But you guys have seen her before. You've seen Keisha. She's my mustached child. So obviously I'm gonna miss her. It's my favorite thing is every night when I turn the lights off and I lay down now, she like crawls up and puts her little paws on my chest, and she knows it's bedtime. And every morning I wake up and she's right beside me. So I will miss Keisha. Obviously, I'll miss my friends. Only one person so far besides my family is planning on coming to visit me just because it's really expensive to get to Florida, which I totally understand. So I will miss like some of my friends, and I will miss people from work too, because work is like so much of my life now. But definitely Keisha, she's gonna be my number 1. I'm also real nervous for how she's gonna react without me for 3 months, because she does not like people that aren't me. 7 is what is your favorite Disney park? I don't know if I've said this before, but I've actually never been to Disney World. I've only been to Disneyland and then Disney Sea in Tokyo. So I don't actually have a favorite Disney World park. Sorry. 7 is what is the first thing you want to do when you get there? I haven't booked my flights yet, but I am planning on getting in either really late on the 5th or early on the 6th, in which case I'm probably gonna sleep. But on the 7th, which is our move-in day, we do have breakfast plans for all of the girls. So we're gonna do breakfast and we're gonna do like a cute group photo, so I'm excited about that. But once we can actually get into the parks, I don't know, like I think everyone's probably gonna want to do Magic Kingdom first, just to like see the castle, especially because I've never been before. But I'm really excited to do Tower of Terror again. If you don't know, Tower of Terror is like my favorite ride, and they took it out of Disneyland. Probably like see the castle, go on Tower of Terror, I don't know, get a giant Diet Coke and a Disney cup. Number 9 is what is one thing that is on your bucket list? Like other girls have said that I've talked to, they're gonna make separate videos on this, and now I gotta make a separate video on my bucket list. But I know like a lot of people go for like the basics, like see every resort, 4 parks one day, stuff like that. I really want to do Universal while I'm there. Also, I am probably going to do the Orlando Date of Warp tour. So if for some reason you're in Orlando in August, hit me up because I'm gonna go to Warp Tour. And then finally, number 10 is what is one thing that you want to take away from the program? I think I just kind of want to take away, like, obviously going to Disney World, seeing another park. I think that'll be cool, but just like a new perspective. Like I said, I'm at a point that feels like transition-y in my life, between like graduating and work and all of that stuff. So I think it's just gonna be like nice to kind of like reset, breath of fresh air. I think I'll take away like a new appreciation for the parks because I've only ever gone as a guest before. And I also, this is gonna be really cheesy, but I want to like take back friendships, because I feel like there's so many people that have stories about how like they met such good friends and they still talk to them, and they like visit international parks and all this craziness together afterwards. So if I could get some like lifelong friends, that would be that'd be pretty cool. Maybe everyone will hate me, who knows. So yeah, that is it. That is all. All the questions will be linked down below. If you're also a college program or a international program person and you want to talk about it, also if you're one of those people, let me know, because I want to follow you. I want to make some friends, okay? Does that sound good? Please, thanks, bye. And all of the girls I talked about, like I said, will be down below. Go check them out. We're gonna have super fun, super cute summers full of vlogs and Instagrams, and it's gonna be a great time. And all my links to everything will be down there. I'm getting close to 500 followers on my Disney account, and I am very excited, and I'll probably do a giveaway, and I don't know what it'll be yet, but it'll be something cute, so follow me there. Thank you for listening to me ramble for like 15 minutes probably. And I'm super excited that all you guys are like being relatively supportive for the most part. No one's yelled at me yet about doing this. Thanks for following along, especially for one of those subscribers that's been here since like 2008, because I know you're there. I see you. I know you're there. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys pretty soon. Bye.